How to work with files and folders on a Mac computer, Apple computer. In this video, I will show how to work with files and folders on a Mac computer or Apple computer. It will help to make your workflow more efficient and might reduce some of the headaches you might have. If you are used to working with a PC, then this will help. Let's start with the desktop. As you can see, I have all the folders, files, and hard drives lined up on the right side of the desktop. If I right mouse click anywhere on the desktop, will bring up a menu. If I scroll down to the command called sort by and click the none command, I will then be able to move each item on the desktop to any place I wish. However, if I go back to the sort by command, and select any of the sort commands, then each item will move to the right side of the desktop, their location will be locked, and I will not be able to move any of them to a different location on the desktop. Now I will add a few additional folders and files for the next demonstration. As you can see, I have folders, files, and 4 external hard drives on my desktop. If I right mouse click anywhere on the desktop, will bring up a menu. If I scroll down and select the last menu option that says Show Viewers Options, the view controls for the desktop will pop up. The first 2 items on this control that says Stack by and Sort by work the same way. If I select Stack by and then select Kind, we'll move all the items on the desktop to the right side, and we'll list the items by the kind of item they are. As you see here, each item is now sorted by the hard drive, then by file, and last by folder. If I go back and select None, we'll move each item back to its original location. As you can see, Sort by works the same way. The following controls are helpful, because these controls allow you to create more space on the desktop. As you see here, the control called Icon Size allows you to increase or reduce the size of each desktop item. The next control is called Grid Spacing. As you see here, grid spacing allows me to increase or reduce the space between each desktop item. The next control, called Text Size, allows you to increase or reduce the size of the text of each item. The next control, called Label Positions, will move the name of each item on the desktop from the bottom to the right side. When I select the next control called Show Item Information, we'll show how much space I have for each hard drive, how much free space I have in each hard drive, how many items I have in each folder, and what kind of file it is, such as a PDF or Word document. The next control, which is labeled Show Icon Preview, will give me a small view of what is in each file. As you can see, within this folder I have 3 folders. If I right mouse click anywhere, will bring up a menu. If I scroll down to the command called Sort by and click the None command, I will then be able to move each folder to any place I wish. If I select Sort by and then select Kind, we'll move each folder back to the top. Their location will be locked, and I will not be able to move any of them to a different location within the folder. I am going to show an easy way to move files from one folder to another folder. Within this folder, I will select one of the folders and right mouse click on the folder. Next, I will select the first control that says Open in New Window. This will open the folder while at the same time keeping the original folder open. Then I will do the same for another folder. Thus, I now have the original folder open, while at the same time I have two folders open that are in the original folder. This allows me to move files from one folder to another folder within the original folder. I can also select one of the commands on the left sidebar and open it in a new window. As you can see, the document folder is open while at the same time I have all the other folders open. This allows me to move files from one folder to the document folder. Now go to the top and select Edit. And by keep selecting Undo will move all the files back to their original locations. Undo and redo work on the desktop or in any folder. Now I will show how to rename files. As you can see, I have 33 files I want to rename. I first select one of the files and then right mouse click. Now I will select the control called Rename and copy the part of the name I want to change. Next, I will go back to the top and select File and go down to the command called Select All. As you can see, all the folders have been selected. Now, I will right mouse click on one of the files and then select the command called Rename. In the first box, I will put the part I want to change. In the other box, I will type the word that I want to use, and then I will click Rename. As you can see, all the files have been renamed. I will do the same thing once more. As you can see, all the files have been renamed. If I go back to the top and keep selecting Undo, then all the files will go back to their original names. If I select any folder or file, and then right mouse click, will bring up a menu. If I scroll down to the command called Get Information, will bring up a window that will give me information about the file or folder. This window gives information about how big the file or folder is, the location of the file or folder, when it was created and when it was modified. If I check this box, then the file or folder will be locked and no one will be able to make changes or delete it without a password. Within this window, if I go down to the bottom, then I can also provide additional security. The bottom allows me to set who has permission to make changes and view or read this folder or file. First, I must unlock the folder or file, and then I will be able to set the permission. The first option allows a person to read and make changes to the file or folder. The second option allows a person only to be able to read the file or folder. The third option allows the person to transfer the file or folder to Dropbox. If I click on the plus icon at the bottom, then I will be able to add people that will have access to the file or folder. Do not forget to relock it after you are done. Now, if you go to the top and select View, you will be able to see different view options that will provide helpful information. If I select Hide Toolbar, then the toolbar at the top, the path bar at the bottom, and the side menu will be hidden. If I select Hide Path Bar, the path bar at the bottom will be hidden. The path bar is helpful because it gives you information on the location of the folder or file, and it also allows you to jump to different locations in the path. If I select Hide Status Bar, then the status bar at the bottom will be hidden. The status bar is helpful because it tells you how many items are in the folder and how much available space is left on the hard drive.
Please click like, leave a comment, or subscribe. Thank you.